Meanwhile, Goku, Vados, and Margarita travel in search of the gods of destruction. Universe 7 will go through new conflicts where unimaginable things happen, thus changing everyone's destiny. It's been a long time since Goku left Earth in search of the gods of destruction. Vegeta stayed with his family and the rest of the Z Warriors were responsible for taking care of the Earth. For a while, everything was peaceful. Beerus had wandered the galaxy for months and found a new purpose and goal. So in this period, the god decided to return to Earth. Beerus built his home. He created a sanctuary, or rather, a palace where he could contemplate the whole world. After all, he appreciated this planet a lot because he had lived incredible experiences here, but not for long. Along the way, he changed. After the traumas experienced by the divinity, he had evolved, and as he evolved, he became someone different. This being is the great and mighty Beerus. However, he is no longer known as Beerus the Destroyer. After all the journey he had, he contemplated the universes and everything he could see. Beerus needed to be more than a destroying deity, but someone who would bring balance to the every world in every universe. So, he turned into Beerus the Accuser. He goes in several worlds bringing judgment to the beings that live there and the way they live. If that is a place where Beerus deems it worthy of existing, he will leave. However, if he deems that that world is not a place he deserves, he annihilates everyone, thus being the executioner himself. This new version of Beerus goes to Earth and begins to judge the beings there, who try to somehow surpass the judgment of Beerus the Accuser. At that moment, Beerus has an unusual wrath, because at that moment, a being that he thought was not worthy of living on the planet refused to accept their punishment. Beerus gave him two options. Number 1. Accept your punishment and be destroyed. Or you can suffer fighting me in combat, and in this way you will prolong your suffering. But anyway, your end has come. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's go back to the point. That man facing Beerus was Piccolo, who was nearby preparing himself in training. But even without accepting that he should simply be destroyed, Piccolo knew he wasn't capable of facing Beerus. So at that moment, using his powers, Piccolo using his telepathy sends a message to Kame-sama from Earth and asks them to say the message to all the other warriors after Piccolo sensed that his end was near. Meanwhile, in the middle of another universe, still on that small gray planet, we see Goku, Vados, and Margarita and his new friend saying goodbye to Goku. After all, the girls needed to continue their path in search of the gods of destruction. The three follow their path and their cube towards the next universe and consequentially towards their next opponent. Many battles are yet to come. At the dawn of the universes at Zeno's palace, Sama, Daishikan, and Zeno are impressed with Goku's performance. After all, he had already exterminated several gods of destruction. However, at this moment, the news about Beerus the Accuser has just reached Zeno, who feels furious because Beerus had no right to judge, or if he wants to think about becoming something different from what he was, because that was the destiny that Zeno gave to him. The High Priest approaches Zenos and says, "Don't worry, Zeno-sama. Soon Goku will return to Universe 7, and this way, he will take care of Beerus. Apparently, he lost his sanity. Let's hope Goku doesn't decide to return too late. So whatever damage Beerus does will be reversible." Zeno-sama agrees and says, "Alright, let's wait a bit. But if it takes too long, I myself will erase the entire Universe 7 from existence." Daishikan just closes his eyes and nods in agreement with Zeno-sama. Goku, Vados, and Margarita traveling through the universes decides to go to Universe number 9. But Vados has a warning to give Goku. And at this moment, Goku observes everything around him, and then Vados says, "Lord Goku, we are reaching our destination, but this is a dangerous place." And confused, Goku then decides to ask, "But why would this be such a dangerous place?" And she responds, "Due to the wormhole that transports space junk to hell. This is one of the oldest frontiers in existence, and there are remnants of hellish energy here. The gods and Lord Amadayo decided to leave a passage so that hell could release some of its toxins. So hell has this wormhole where it can be an entrance or an exit. Goku remains confused and seizing his head says, "But in every universe there's a hell, right?" Vados nods and agrees by saying, "Yes." And Goku continues, "So it means that here is like a passage to hell in this universe, right?" And Vados then begins to say, "Well, not exactly. This is a wormhole and a path that splits into several random trajectories where even if you know the beginning, you won't know the end. And as the hells of all universes are interconnected, it is possible that when passing through here, you can transit through the hell of any universe." Margarita then interrupts them while saying, "Several criminals in the past came here to try to escape by fleeing to another universe through this passage, but they all got lost and stuck halfway through or were simply sent down to the underworld." Goku looks in wonder at that immense light in the middle of the space and is amazed. Margarita, when observing Goku, begins to approach little by little, and Vados, with the corner of her jealous eye, she looks at him with a look of anger on her face. Until in the next few seconds, something incredible happens. Margarita was about to grab Goku and cuddle him. However, out of sheer jealousy, Vados turns the cube with great force, losing control for a few moments, long enough for them to be sucked into the wormhole's incredible gravitational force, being thus sent straight into the infinite unknown of that endless path. Goku, Vados, and Margarita are inside the wormhole, being pulled out of control. Goku tries to use his powers, but his energy starts to fail. Vados then scream, "Mr. Goku, if you try to use your powers now, the force of attraction pulling the cube will make us explode. And here in this frontier, whatever semi-annual powers are unstable, so don't use your transformation with Divine Ki." Goku then just tries to hold on as they are pulled. Margarita takes advantage of the turbulence and starts to dizzy going towards Goku. Vados, with her staff, puts the tip of her face of Margarita, holding her, and says, "Don't you even try, you idiot." After much shaking from side to side, the turbulence begins to stop and the cube stabilizes. Still inside the wormhole, they continue to travel aimlessly until a big collision happens, and they land. They land in what seemed to be a flowering field full of vegetation. Margarita simulates a dizzy, going from one side to the other, saying, "Ooh, I'm dizzy. Wow, everything is spinning. Hold me." And at this moment, she falls on the lap of Goku, who is embarrassed. Furious, Vados watches and says, "You idiot. The cube has stopped shaking for a long time. Stop pretending." And Margarita responds, "I'm not dizzy with the cube. It's those eyes of Lord Goku that make me dizzy." Vados then gets angry and goes over Margarita. But Goku is between the two and doesn't even let them fight. At this moment, the three are lost and have no idea where they are. Goku's ki is unstable due to the space distortion jumps, so he can't use his transformation. Vados then tells them, "We're going to stay here for a while and then we're on our way." Goku looks around completely confused and with his hand on his head says, "I wonder where we are. This place is very strange but very family friendly. Looks like we're on..." Before he finishes speaking, above a clearing, a familiar silhouette appears amidst the heap of flower petals. When looking at the top of that clearing, Goku's eyes widen, and Margarita, not understanding anything, just watched. Who was that strange being who suddenly appears, and why does Goku seem to recognize him? Vados and Margarita are confused, and Goku says, Now I finally know where we are." Margarita approaches and explains, "Then tell us, what the hell is this place?" And then in that instant, Goku responds, "We're in the Universe 7's hell." Vados responds, "Looks like you're right, Mr. Goku. And that's one of the enemies you faced before, isn't it?" And he says, "Yes, that's the perfect cell. A treacherous and powerful enemy." Margarita, Vados, and Goku watch intensely as the monster approaches with slow, heavy steps. Meanwhile, on Earth in Universe 7, the Z Warriors, Krillin, Vegeta, Gohan, and the others quickly head towards the spot where Beerus is punishing Piccolo with impressive attacks, whose life slowly drains away. Gohan says, "That damn creature! If he dares to kill Mr. Piccolo, I swear I'll never forgive him." Vegeta responds, "Whatever got into that Piccolo's warm head, it's obvious he's not capable of fighting Beerus." At this moment, they accelerate and continue flying quickly towards the location. Meanwhile, Beerus is holding Piccolo's neck and throwing countless punches, and only the absurd sound of the impact is heard, amidst the sharp sound of the wind. With his eyes almost completely closed, Piccolo can't take the torment any longer. And finally, the Z Warriors arrive. At this moment, Beerus observed and with a sadistic look, he just says, "The metal, you're next." Beerus then lands another punch, hitting Piccolo in the face who spits blood. Gohan becomes enraged and without thinking twice, transforms him by entering his bestial mode. Vegeta looks at him and understands that there is no way out and transforms, reaching his Ultra Ego transformation. Everyone prepares to go after Beerus, although, in an instant, a flash appears causing everyone to be confused. The light begins to dissipate and in the midst of that angelical energy it is possible to see a silhouette, and a being arises from the midst of the light. It is Whis, which arises among them, and in a small second uses his powers appearing before Beerus and freeing Piccolo. At this moment, Beerus looks at him with a serious look, and with the corner of his eye, Whis speaks.
"Hey guys, take care of Piccolo, okay? I may take Beerus off this planet myself."
Everyone looks with a look of astonishment, and Beerus with a slight smile on his face still does not believe what is in front of him. So at this moment he flies slowly towards the angel, and then he says as he approaches, well, so does that mean you came to try to stop me?" Whis then closes his eyes, takes a deep breath in a somewhat relieved sigh and says,
"I didn't come here to fight you, Beerus. I just decided to get you out of here before you get killed."
Beerus then starts to laugh. And then responds, "What do you mean by that? You spent so much time away, now you are making a lot of jokes." Whis then with a serious face responds,
"No, it's not even a joke, Mr. Beerus. I disobeyed Zeno-sama's own orders to be here and find out what happened to you. Have you really lost your sanity? Mr. Beerus, why all of this? You gods of destructions are out of control. I can no longer understand what balance is necessary."
Beerus lowers his head and in a low voice responds, "I haven't lost my sanity. I just can't follow Zeno's orders anymore. And I don't mind being a god of destruction." At this moment, Whis realizes that Beerus still doesn't know what Goku is doing, and so decides that this is not the time to tell. And so the two make a pact. Whis says,
"Mr. Beerus, please, don't kill anyone else for a while. Stop judging living beings and calm down, and soon I'll join you."
Beerus is thoughtful for a few moments and just nods and starts to walk away. But when taking a little distance, he says, "You'll have little time, so be quick." Meanwhile, on the other side of the universe, Goku, Vados, and Margarita are lost in a flowering field. The mighty Cell Warrior approaches slowly, laughing and says, "Goku, so you came to visit me in this place? How good to see you." Goku then responds, "I haven't seen you in a while, Cell. How's it for you to stay here in hell?" And Cell answers, "It's been wonderful, can't you see? Just look around and you'll see what an amazing place this is. Thank you for sending me here." Goku looks at him with a sarcastic look and says, "Are you sure? You don't look very happy, Cell." And Cell says, "Well, I cannot complain. It's boring here. That's all. A boring and bland place. But it's been so long since I've been here that I've gotten used to it." Goku responds, "I understand." Cell then continues to say, "You know what would be interesting? Fight you one more time. For all time's sake. That would be wonderful. And this time you couldn't kill me. After all, I'm already dead, aren't I?" And Goku, looking at him, responds, "You are quite different, Cell. You really seem to have changed. Well, I believe it will be an interesting training. Let's fight then." Vados and Margarita watch intently as Goku and Cell face each other as the two warriors strike a battle pose. A fight long interrupted by fate is about to begin. The leaves of the trees let go and slowly pass by being carried away by the winds. At this moment, Goku says, "Cell, just know I'm much more powerful than I was back then. Are you sure you want to fight me?" And Cell responds, "Ha! Don't worry, Goku. Have you already forgotten? I have the cells of countless warriors united in my DNA, including yours. So all the evolution that you and others have achieved so far, I could achieve it too. After all, even being in this place, I can never stop training and get stronger." Goku responds,
Very good then. Let's start. Goku propels himself towards Cell, causing the foliage to be thrown upwards and advance towards it. That shoots towards Goku. Cell throws a punch towards Goku, who ducks, but Cell uses his knee to deliver a knee that is stopped by Goku's hand. That touches the ground and throws himself upwards with the momentum gliding in the air. Cell turns around and starts delivering numerous blows at Goku, who dodges easily, until suddenly, Goku feels an extremely strong blow coming from the opposite direction. Cell uses teleportation to hit Goku, then ducks and starts screaming, "Kianzan!" and fires several discs of energy in the direction of Goku, who says, "This is Kurlin's technique! You should stop copying others' technique and create our own!" Cell sees his attack in response. "I thought you would say that, Goku. That's why I created something specially for moments like this." Surprised, Goku says, "Show me what you got." Cell ducks down and starts to gather his ki, and he screams, "Arrgh!" His body begins to transform, and the spots on his skin are starting to take a bluish glow. At this moment, Cell transforms. Goku is incredibly surprised and says, "How is this possible?" This form is similar to Super Saiyan Blue. Goku then screams, "Hey, Vados! Don't you say that here I couldn't use Divine Ki?" And then Vados responds, "Goku, he's not using Divine Ki. He just fueled his powers in an extraordinary way. This transformation doesn't have the power of a god, but it has a similar energy." Cell then begins to say, "Goku, I figured using it to reach my perfect form would be my limit. But look at me! Now I'm going further and further, and whenever I manage to evolve, I see that I have no limits." Goku at this point transforms into Super Saiyan and says, "Let's continue. I'm starting to have fun." The two head towards each other, and the impact of the attacks makes everything shudder. The pressure of their powers create cracks in this time-space wall that surrounded that place. And Goku keeps raising his power and attacking while dodging, feeling extremely excited. Goku uses his powers and raises his ki even more, and his energy explodes. A great glare covers everything. Vados and Margarita can't believe what they're seeing, and at this moment, something unbelievable happens. To be continued. What will be the outcome of the fight between Goku and Cell? What are Whis and Beerus planning? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive, expose it in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.